Hello everyone, my name is Kadif Nurjan. I'm from NT2302. Today I'm gonna speak about the rule makers and rule breakers. So let's start. Today I'm gonna speak about the definition of rule breakers, definition of rule makers, their difference, their advantages and disadvantages, and their examples. So let's get started. Who are the rule makers? Rule makers in general, that can be the group of people who establish rules, laws to society. For example, it can be your teacher, it can be your parents, it can be the government. The main idea is that rule makers are set the rules and laws for society to control their behavior in society. For example, parents or teacher can set the rules to control your behavior in society. Government who establish the laws for the country, for the society to not commit the violent crimes, thefts. While rule breakers, it's the opposite of rule makers. Rule breakers, it's the term which means that group of people break that rules. It's like the opposite of rule makers. Rule makers make or set or establish laws and rules in society, while rule breakers just break it. For example, the bank robber who robs the money from the bank, he ignores the laws and does that. For example, just simple example, in Kazakhstan, any person can walk across the road where there is no traffic lights. It's like, in fact, it's the breaking law or breaking rule of society. So I think that you've understand what is the rule breakers and rule makers. Let's talk about their differences. As I said before, the rule makers, it's like when people, the group of people set, establish, draw, make the laws and rules for society, while rule breakers is the group of people who just break it. Simply, it can be, as I said before, bank robber, any person who don't follows the rules of traffic. In Japan, it's necessary, it's not necessary, it's bad when the train comes late, then he must too. For example, in Brazil, they don't have that rule, so train can come in any time which he wants. So, for example, Singapore, they have official law which says that throwing rubbish to the street, in the street, you will have the fine. If I'm not mistaken, like the fine is really big, more than $100. While in, for example, USA, they don't have that law, so that's why they don't follow that. There are a lot of rubbish in the streets, a lot of trash on the streets. So I hope that you've understand definition of rule breakers, the rule makers. I hope that you've understand the examples of each of them. I hope that you've understand the difference between them. So thank you for your attention. See you later and goodbye.